Hi! In this video I show you how I made this custom Zaribo 3D printer with Enclosure. Let's start here. This is my old G-Tech i3 printer. It's one of many different Prusa i3 clones. In a previous video I built this wooden enclosure for it. It works great, but the rigidity of the acrylic frame is an issue. I started looking online for replacement options. A genuine Prusa frame was a bit expensive, and they have their flaws. Next up we got the bare frame, which would have been a good option if I would have found this one from Redrick at the time. But then there is Zaribo 3D, which gives you the option to extend the Z height from the original printer. That's what I want. Unfortunately they recently stopped producing these kits, so I started piecing together my own kit and made a plan. This plan, yes. I bought some 30 by 30 mm aluminium extrusions online and took some measurements for an extended frame. Then I also bought a 300 by 300 mm heat bed, so the whole frame is going to be a bit larger. I printed the parts in some lime green ABS. The brackets, nuts and bolts are sourced from Amazon. Since I am using a larger print bed, I had to make my own bed frame carrier. I cut it on my CNC plasma cutter. The holes were too small for the plasma to cut, so I laid out the CAD drawings and transferred the holes. I'm happy the way it turned out. The Zaribo 3D parts are really well designed, and I would recommend these. Since we're going for more Z and X axis travel, I had to buy new guides. I thought this would be a good time to throw in some new bearings too. Also, the belts are replaced since the old ones were too short. The old extruder is replaced by a pancake motor and a gear reduction dual drive extruder from Amazon. The hot end is also a V6 clone. Since I had the bigger stepper motor from the old Mark 8 extruder left over, I used it on my Y-axis to compensate for the heavier print bed. I'm still using end sub on all axes, as I find it useful. I know the big 3-tech boards support centerless homing, but for me it's just more convenient this way. The bed is suspension on springs and height adjustable. The other bed leveling just isn't working the way I want it. My whole plan to simply replace the frame and get it going again was long gone. I made the frame so much bigger, it wouldn't fit in the wide enclosure anymore. I had to come up with a new one. I was thinking to integrate it on the frame, so it could be a lot lighter. I bent up some aluminium sheets and designed a 3D printed infill piece for all 4 corners. Then I made a tray to close the underside of the printer. Initially I wanted to put the electronics underneath, but this space was a bit too small to fit everything properly. The back and top are made out of 9mm wood and the corners are reinforced with angled aluminium. The windows and doors are 2mm plexiglass. I also bought a magnetic base sheet for the bed. This makes it far more easy to remove the prints, and it's 2023, so almost any modern printer has this now. With the enclosure finished, I had not left any space for the electronics. I then went online and found this very nice box from Redbrick. All plans were available online, so I made my own version with it. I found some scrap acrylic and I made the bolt holes I needed. I did add an extension to the case because I have some extras like a DC-DC converter that would not fit otherwise. This was also the perfect place to fit the light switch for the enclosure. It did work from the first time. Since I'm running Klipper firmware, all I had to do was change the dimensions of the X, Y and Z axis and recalibrate the extruder steps. It's a huge upgrade in print quality compared to the old acrylic frame. The only problem is it has the horrible Z wobble. I need to address this in the future, it drives me crazy. I'm really happy how it turned out. The frame rigidity is much better than the old one. I can print larger parts with ease and all the electronics are accessible in the Redbrick box. If I have an issue or I want to change something, it's just right there. I do need to tidy up some things however, like the spool holder, the Z-axis wobble and cleaning up some of the cables. All the parts I made are on Thingiverse, so feel free to grab them if you could use any of them. So that's it for this video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment or subscribe if you liked it. And as always, thanks for watching.